Good morning, grade 6, and welcome to your literature class. We are nearly towards the end of the book Wonder. We are doing part 8, as you all know, from Augie's perspective. Learning objectives for this lesson are to create your own precept and explain its meaning to others, explore the opinions and feelings of other characters in the novels, summarize the chapters, select and retrieve information from the text. So, precepts. Precepts are rules to live by. It's basically a motto or a rule that you live by. For example, a precept from Mr. Brown, the English teacher, Augie's English teacher, was your deeds are your monuments. So, what do you think this means? Do you agree with what he's saying? Discussion time. Now, you've already explained what his previous precept meant. So, what do you think this precept, again from Mr. Brown, the English teacher, means? Fortune favors the bold. Okay? What does it mean? Now, try to find an example from your real life that relates to the precept. What do you think? How do you relate it to your real life? So, since you've answered this question now, let's move on further. So I want you to have your novels with you, and without reading the end of the novel, because we still don't want, we've still not read that part. So I want you to flip to the appendix, that's page 311, and read the different characters' precepts, what they send, what the students of Mr. Brown's class send to him. And then I want you to choose one and explain its meaning. Okay, we'll be doing this now. So I'll give you 5 minutes to read, to just scan through the precepts and choose the one that you like, and then explain its meaning and what does it show about the character, and how can you relate it to yourself. I'm waiting for your answers. My chosen precept from all of Mr. Brown's precepts is, when given the choice between being right and being kind, choose kind. I will explain now why I think it is a good rule to live by. I believe that, if you choose kind always, it helps you to make a lot of friends, because no one likes big headed people. Nobody likes people who are full of themselves and mean. Secondly, you never know what someone has been going through. So if you can be kind, you should be kind, because it might help them. Also, I feel if someone is wrong and you're mean about it, then they might be afraid to ask questions again. They'll never, be comfortable with you. Uh, and if you act like you're always right, you will never learn anything new. And, you should always try to learn something new. It helps you grow as a person. And most importantly, I believe that you should always treat people the way you would like to be treated. So if you don't want to be treated by someone, like if you don't want somebody to be mean or unkind to you, then you should also always be kind and nice and pleasant to people. Here are some more precepts that you can have a look at. They are from the book. For example, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Kind words do not cost much, yet they accomplish much. Keep calm and carry on. All you need is love. So, this brings us to the homework, which is postcard precept. As we all know, Mr. Brown's students were going to send him their own precepts. Now, you will be doing the same thing. You have to create your own precept and explain your choice on the postcard template, which is attached. That's a separate document, okay? And you will write it to me, your teacher, and you can add your own address or the school's address, like a made-up address, basically. So complete the postcard by writing down an address with the precept. Like a precept hint would be, you could choose a famous quotation, a song, some lyrics from the song, famous saying that expresses something, or something that is personal between your friends and the family, or a quotation from any novel or from Wonder. All right. You can refer to page 65 if you want, because August did the same thing, and that he chose the precept, your deeds are your monuments, and he explains it on page 65. So you can have a look at that and then do this little task, and you can submit it, uh, right? And we'll have a discussion on it then. Which brings us to the main part, which is like, the summary of the chapters that we're supposed to read this week. So we see that, as we already have discussed, Mr. Brown, during the last English class, he instructs the students to send them their own personal precepts during the summer. And then the kids have the graduation the next day. So Augie gets a haircut that makes him look more grown up. And in passing conversation, Dad admits that he threw out the old astronaut helmet, which Augie and his mom thought was lost. This kind of upsets Augie, but Dad insists that he could not stand to see it covering Augie's face anymore, because he knows that Augie does not love his face, but being his father, Augie's father actually loves Augie, and it doesn't matter to him how his son looks, he's just his son. And then we see that all the students get ready for the graduation and take their seats. So this is what happens in the 3 chapters that we are supposed to read this week. This is a brief summary. I have attached a separate document which has chapter summaries and analysis. I would want you to please go over them and then solve the worksheet which is attached. So basically you have 2 tasks to do. One is the Precept postcard. You can find the template on Google Classroom, and the worksheet which is also there with it. And remember to submit your work on time. Thank you.